It's about me and my life and my wounds, my scars. And it talks also about having birth and giving birth, and um, it talks also about really deep things. I'm not sure I want to write on a paper, um, but anyway, that's how it is. um,
Okay.
um, this is the first one. Um, this is the initial image of the series. It was not supposed to be a series, but finally it's what happened. Um, this one is really complex, and uh, I don't like especially the idea of defining exactly what it means to me, because I think it's better to search what the viewer wants to be there to see there. I've got some feedback about this image because some friends have seen it. I've published on Flickr, and well, I've noticed that different people see different things here. But to me, it has a really clear message, and it has a really clear meaning. If you want, obviously, I can tell you. um,
That's up to
uh,
you. I mean, I would love to hear your input on it, but I'm also totally respectful of the idea that you're saying what you want to say in the art, and what people hear is up to them.
yeah, okay. I think I can. I can tell you. No, it's
Okay.
not. It's not. It's. Think about. I don't know. It's very intimate because well, I've had some struggles in my life with depression and anxiety and things like that. And one of the persons who's helping me with this, it's someone really special, and we talked with him someday about the fact that in eh, oh sorry,
Les,
I'm
there you
hearing
go.
myself.
Do you have headphones in?
Oh
Hmm.
my god.
I'm not sure why you're hearing an echo if we
Yeah,
both have headphones in. Are you hearing an echo when I talk?
I'm hearing myself.
Okay. I don't know.
uh,
Take your headphones off until you're done talking.
okay. I think it, oh my god. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
think I don't hear.
just take your headphones off and tell me about the image, and then put them back on, and then I'll talk at you because that makes me crazy too. I can't concentrate when I hear my echo.
Okay, well, okay. Oh my god. I'm just hearing the whole conversation again.
Oh, you know what? You probably have the JLark level 14 critique over here, this tab. You're probably hearing
Okay,
the
yeah.
audio of it. Is
Yeah,
that
that
it?
was it. Thank you.
Okay, there you go.
Oh my god. I thought I was going nuts.
No, you're good. I did that
Okay.
once too.
Yeah, maybe that's a signal about telling the truth about this image. No, 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 I don't think so. Okay, right. Um, this image is the birth of the series, which is fun, because it talks about the fact that I've always enjoyed life, of course, but I've always found it very difficult to live. And in some way, there's an idea about not wanting to be here. I don't know why, but it's like that. So I try to talk about birth and talk about the fact that when you're born, you are detached of the umbilical cord, and that's some kind of trauma, and that's why the blood on the belly.
Hmm.
And that's basically that. And the images, it's the title is Fallen Angel, because it talks about the fact that in some way, if you believe in this kind of things, uh, we are. I don't know, soul searching for a body, and maybe we fall down to earth when we find this body. So kind of complicated, I know, but it's something like that.
No, I like it. That's very strong. And I like that I've been seeing these images and watching you in the group as you're sharing, and I like that you're not afraid to make people feel a little uncomfortable with your work.
Yeah,
Um, because it moves people, and I think that's really strong. I don't know who said it, but I heard a really good quote that said, good art will comfort the disturbed and disturb the comfortable. And I think that you are the embodiment of that with this series. So I'm really excited to see you embrace this to the fullest extent.
oh,
Um,
thank you.
and I love the image for itself and the texture. The only critique I have as far as the image goes is just the line of the hip and down the thigh on your left hand side is it's blending into the background just a little bit. I'd like to see like just a little bit more of a separation to step you out because it's such a strong line on the other side.
Yeah,
But other than that, I love the texture. I think the grittiness and the fact that it's not completely perfect really lends to it. I like that the panties are really plain and not like, like boudoir style or lingerie that,
yeah,
you let this be the focus and that there's something a little dark and gritty about it, but it's like that it's so unusual visually that it's beautiful.
oh, thank you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I think yeah, I know what you mean, and I totally agree with the fact of the hip confusing to the background. Uh, um, but I don't feel comfortable changing the image. I'll try.
you
Because
don't have to. It's just critique. That's all it's for.
yeah,
Critique isn't
yeah,
necessarily made to change anything. It's just to make you look at it. So,
yeah.
okay,
I
let's
have
see
to
the next
say, I have to say, I print this, and uh, it's not like that. If you on a
one. Oh,
printed
well,
version, it's better. It's a
yeah,
little bit better on the printed version, but I'll give it a try anyway. Okay, next one. This was the image that made me know this was a series because I was searching for an image to represent the idea of the fight, and I concluded that the most important fight I've got in my life was the birth of my son. Because on my fifth month's pregnancy, we got hospitalized both because I was on a risky pregnancy, on a risk of a premature birth, and okay, we got hospitalized, we got medicalized, and I had to be 2 months more on the hospital until he was born by surgery because my placenta was previa, and that's why I show the scar, and it's the first time I've ever done this. I never thought I would show my scar because I don't like it. But there are exactly oh sorry 60 bandages here because let me find the words because it's very technical. I was I needed 60 punctions in the veins to get my medication because each day the medication was irritating the vein and they have to change it. I don't know
oh.
if yeah, and I count them. I don't know why. I'm such a I don't know. I'm weird. I had to be on bed for these 2 months and doing anything but wait. And it was a really difficult time. Um, but okay, everything was fine at least. But I needed to talk about that. and I found this way, and this was the way the series got settled. I said, okay, this is a series, and this is going to talk about that, about birth, giving birth, having birth, and how life itself can be pain and scars, and I don't know,
Mm.
things like that.
I
Yeah,
think this is a really interesting piece as well because obviously, you know, we have the scar that you can see, but I nobody else would know that you know, you had to endure 60 different insertions in order to get the medication or that you laid in bed for 60 days over the course of 2 months, you know,
yeah,
in order to bring him into the world. So, I think this is quite literally the representation of, you know, the invisible scars that people don't see that we carry around with us and that you found a way to visually interpret that. And again, I think it's not only really powerful, I think it's very, very brave.
yeah. Thank you. I don't know. I'm not so sure, but anyway, it's done. Yeah,
Okay. So
yeah,
let's
yeah.
see the others.
Okay. Sorry?
So let's see the others.
Okay,
What else?
let's see the others. Uh, the other four images are going to be around not around the same themes and the same topics, but not exactly about I don't know. The sixth about the belly will be about birth, and the
Mhm.
other ones maybe will be more about life.
Okay.
Um, for example, this one talks about blindness, and especially the feeling of being lost, which is a very common feeling in my life. I feel it every day. I don't know if this what I'm doing is right, what I will do the next 5 minutes. It's right or wrong. What I will do tomorrow. Should I go this way or this another way? I try to represent it like this.
I can see that. And I love that you went with such the bold crimson color, because it really stands out and lends to the message of, you know, of blindness or not being able to see. And it draws your attention to that being the focus. Um, I love the composite and the coloring and the texture. I think it's beautiful, and it's very, very hard to create a strong presence in an image, um, when you don't have any kind of eye contact, because the eyes are the windows to the soul. So that's always what we look for in portraits to connect with. And I think that you did that here.
Mhm. Great, thank you. Well,
So, okay.
I cannot say anything more. Okay, um, this one maybe it's the one I'm not so sure about.
Okay.
But talks about something I like. I like. Okay, I like to talk about. I don't like it, which is the feeling of being literally dissolving among problems and worries and fears, especially. And the thing maybe it relates especially to anxiety, this feeling you get when you know you're not going to die, but you're feeling like you're going to die right now in this moment, and that's what's going to happen. And that's a really very painful because you know it's all in your mind, but you can stop feeling that.
Mm.
And that's the concept here, I think. But I'm not so sure of the visuals of the image. I have something I don't like. Maybe the way the light on the body doesn't matches really good with the background texture. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
I think the lighting's okay. It's a little bright on your left side, but it doesn't bother me. I like the idea that you were going for almost like clawing at yourself, but I think that because of the angle that the camera's at compared to your hands, that it's making your knuckles look like you got your fingers chopped off at the second knuckle, because we're not seeing any of the actual fingers. So I think if
Hmm.
you had like pulled it across your body, you would have given that effect, but we would have seen your hands a little more. And that might have been a little stronger. Um, but I love the feeling of the motion in the hair. I'm not particularly fond of the fact that all we can see is your chin and your nose. I would have liked to have seen a little more of your face, I think.
Hmm.
But I think you're doing really good with the blending in and the fact that your body is literally just sort of dripping down the wall, essentially. Um, I think that that works well. I'd actually think that it would be a little stronger if you went in and added even more of that so that you were really dissipating and it was really noticeable. Um, but overall, I still like it as a shot.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Next one.
Okay, next one. Next one. Um, this is pretty simple. I found this oven and I had to be inside it. That's
Okay.
not photoshopped at all. It's a physical effort, and that's all. Okay, it talks about the title is The Monster Inside, and it's pretty obvious. It talks about the monsters we all have inside, the feelings about not being really sane mentally
Mm.
that sometimes I get.
Yeah, I like this one. The really, really harsh shadowing in the top corner throws me off a little bit. I'd be inclined
Yeah,
to go in and carry that over so that it crosses the whole top of the image, I think. Um,
yeah,
just a little bit, just to kind of almost vignette it so that you go right to her and you stay right there because you almost want to like kind of fall off the side of the page because you follow the light visually. Um, but I love that you're following. I love the commitment that you actually got in there. That's awesome. And I love
yeah,
that you're like falling out and dragging yourself across this like filthy floor, and you know the energy in your fingers says struggle and fight and claw, but your body language says like almost defeat, like you just fell out of it and couldn't hold yourself up anymore, kind of thing. So I think that's really strong, and I like the anonymity of it as well.
yeah,
Um, I've seen this one. I think you actually may have you shared it in the
yeah,
foundation levels. You may have even shared it in your first 5 images, but I've seen this one a few times, and I've always been a fan of it.
yeah. Thank you. I'm glad because it was really difficult because I was
Crawling in
totally
an oven.
afraid. I was in panic because it was so dark and dirty. Oh my God. I'm really I'm very scared always, and I don't know why I do these kind of things, but I do them.
Because you're an artist.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't help
Should say
yourself.
that. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
next one.
totally. Okay. So this one is one of my most weird images, I think. Um, the fact that I like behind this image is how we created it, because I literally laid down on the floor the times that are in the image and more.
Mm,
We did that. It's not Photoshop. It's I stepped up and down several times on this field that seems to have many flowers, but in fact they were not flowers. They were very harsh, and it was really difficult to uh, I don't know, the Photoshop of or the editing of this image was easy, but not taking the photograph. Um, I like it because it talks about I like multiplicity in my images because I try to talk about the complex state of mind. I don't know, when you're sad, you're not just sad. Maybe you're sad and angry, sad and scared, and that's how I feel all the time. I don't feel, and I'm not special, of course. Everyone feels that. I try to convey the multiplicity of the mind, of the human mind, and the complexity.
mm,
Um, I like it, although it's different from the other ones because all the other ones show just a character, a person, and that's what I don't know if it fits so good.
No, I think that it does. I mean, it does stand out, but that's okay. It's okay for your images to stand apart from each other because I think that you have a very clearly defined style of the way that you shoot and the way that you retouch, that I could still pick it out as one of yours, which is what I'm looking for. So, um, what you're lacking in continuity of the subject matter with it being focused on one person, you're making up for inconsistency with the way you shoot and the way you light and the way you retouch and your textures. So it still looks like an image from you.
Hmm.
So it's a win.
Okay.
Um, and I love that you're so brave with the imagery and that you have something to say, but more importantly, that what you have to say will be completely different from what is conferred by each person. You know, like I can see 10 different people looking at this and getting 10 different things from
Yeah.
it. And I like it as a whole. It's almost, um, I think, like dead bodies floating in the water kind of thing. So, I think it's just a little stiff. I think I would have liked to have seen just a little bit of variation in the figure, that it wasn't all the same exact pose for the most part, and maybe some movement in the limbs and stuff. But I also think that the symmetry and the body language lends to the photograph, so it could work either way.
Hmm.
But I would keep it in with the rest of them. I think it's strong enough to stand on its own on the gallery walls.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah. So, did you want to look over your sketches for
Yeah,
the other
if you
ones that
want.
you haven't done?
Yeah. Oh, okay. This it's pretty simple. Hands scratch the belly and blood comes out.
Okay.
It's it's an idea about again birth and blood and this kind of things and how birth can be difficult and painful or being born.
So we're doing these for a gallery show. Are all of the images in the gallery show going to be these belly images, or are you including the other ones that we look through and critique as well?
No, they're going to be both. It's going to be six of the belly and for another four of the other ones. Yeah,
Okay.
in fact, I have here one, two, three, four. Yeah, exactly, six and four. Yeah, because I wanted to do six and six, but I didn't find the right images, and I don't have the time to create so many images. I
Mhm.
just I just want to create to end or to complete this belly series and concentrate on that.
Okay.
This one is fun because I want worms or bugs coming out from the belly,
I
and I
can't
want
support
them
that.
to be real.
Uh,
I don't want to Photoshop them, and that's terrible because I hate them. I'm not
oh
sure I can
no.
do this, but I feel I have to do this. I'm
It's
just considering right now.
no, not me, girlfriend. You all day, but not me. That's where I draw the line is bugs.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I'll try, but there's always Photoshop if I need
Yeah.
that. Yeah, this one obviously it's about death also, and it's the same thing.
Mm,
Um, this one is just cracks coming out of the belly. It's so simple, and but I draw so awful that I have this one on my mind very clearly. It's just going to be cracks here and nothing more.
mm.
Um, and the last one, it's going to be with no belly at all, nothing more, which is really I don't know. I find it difficult because I always tend to add a lot of elements to my images, and this one is so terribly simple that I'm a little afraid of how it will turn out. But I don't know.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's turn off the screen share and
Okay.
tell me a little more about about the gallery show. When is it?
Oh, sorry. Ah,
It's okay.
it's okay. When? It's going to be on April,
Okay.
starting the 10th.
And
And
is it a solo show? It's just you?
yep, just me.
How do you feel about that?
Great, great because it's not my first solo show because I've done two or three here in my town, but it's not the
Mhm.
same because it's Barcelona, and it's really important. Although it's not a gallery, it's a public space where Barcelona Town Hall teaches digital media like I don't find a word. Okay, like photography, Photoshop, and
Yeah,
design
yeah.
and things like that. And they make a contest each year. I presented some of my images. I did not win, but they call me,
That's
and that's it.
awesome.
Yeah,
I
simple.
love I love the fact that we built your Sphere 1 and a lot of it was around the idea of you building your artistry for gallery shows and now you're doing a gallery show
Yeah,
at level 14.
it was
Positive
great.
positive mindset, I'm telling you.
Yeah, yeah, you're totally right. Yeah, yeah. That's what I thought when this guy called me. I thought, oh my God, Jess is going to like this.
I do. I'm such a big believer that when you start pushing towards what you want, like everything else moves in to help you accomplish it. And you've been working hard at it. You deserve it.
Yeah, thank
Um,
you.
so with the gallery show, then have you thought about prices for the prints and how many you're going to offer? Or
Yeah. Um, I have to sell them at 150 euros minimum because I was on a collective gallery show last month here in my town, and the gallerist well, okay, we agreed I will not sell for less than that because that was the price she put my image on this gallery show, which I did not sell anything, but okay. And I think it's pretty fair because although I feel not really comfortable with this kind of prices, it's very low for the art market here. So I think it's fair, and it will be the images will be 50 by 50 centimeters, and it's 10 each series. It's 10 images, 10 of the same image uh, for the series of 50 for 50.
okay,
Yeah,
very
it's
good.
going to be like that. Really easy.
What uh what else are you doing to help promote and market it? And what are you going to do with the remaining prints if they don't all sell out in the show? Are we
Yeah,
social
I
media promoting?
yeah, I don't know. I won't actually print all this because I couldn't afford it. What I'm doing with whenever someone asks for a print, or I've sold very little, but I just print it when someone asks because I cannot afford it, really.
Mhm. Well, that's what
And
most people do. They print on demand and do it when they're
yeah,
selling. There's no reason to take up all the space either of having stacks of prints everywhere.
yeah,
But if you're putting the energy towards a show and now you have a show, now it's time to put the energy towards the
yeah,
sales and then sell out the show.
yeah.
So,
I haven't thought about it yet. No, because I'm not so sure. Well, it's a great idea because this place it's not a gallery, so I presume I won't sell anything, or maybe one or two. I don't know. Maybe I will be surprised, but it's not
you
what I
know,
expect.
with the energy of putting towards what you want, if you expect you'll sell one or two or
Yeah,
zero, then you will. So I think that you should assume that you're going to sell out all of them and think
a lot.
about putting them out because if everybody's going to buy them at the show, people like me that are in the US and can't get to the show in Barcelona would want to see your art too. So you should also be looking into putting them online and marketing them on your social media and
Okay,
your website if that's somewhere they can buy and stuff like that, and putting them out as well so that people can buy them,
okay,
before the show and reserve their copies so you don't sell them out there. That way, you know you only have 4 more that can be sold. That also works really well in the galleries because if it's a limited edition of 10 and you sell 4 of them out before, they know there's only 6. That's like a buy it now lever that says, hey, I better pick this one up because I really love it, and so do a lot of other people, and I'm not going to get it if I don't buy it now.
Okay.
You know, so
Okay.
food for thought.
Okay. I'll think about something. Yeah, I
Okay.
can definitely put them in my website, of course. It's really easy to create a new page and on my Facebook and Google Plus and yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll
so
do this.
was there anything else that you wanted to go over while you had my time?
Uh, no, right now I'm pretty busy with
Yeah.
my Path of the Protege tasks and everything, and I'm really focusing these days. I'm ending my videos, and hopefully I will have the first one this week. But this week also I'm going to Madrid because I have 4 images on a collective gallery show,
Hmm.
and I'm really happy about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're all over the place, girlfriend.
yeah. So I don't know if I will have time to end the first video. I mean, it's ended, but I have to end the intro and the outro and things like that. Focusing on that because I want to move along the path and here on my sphere too. But I don't know. I'm pretty comfortable right now with my tasks and dedicating time to them.
Good.
And what I've left behind a little is my business because I don't have time for everything.
Um,
And I want
well,
to I want
it may
to
not be that you're leaving your business behind as far as like the portraiture and stuff. It may just be that you're finding your path. You are very much a artist. You're an artist
yeah.
with a camera more than you are a portrait photography studio. Even though you dabble on that side. So I'd much rather see you focus on this gallery show and sell this out and then go create some more work that people love and are disturbed by and are confused and can't figure out because I think that that's good art. You know, I want people to react to it and you definitely do with yours. Like I'm gonna have a very strong reaction to the one of you with bugs coming out of your belly. But
Ugh.
um yeah.
Yeah, I will
um,
have to.
but I think that they're strong, and I think that there's other people that that is going to resonate with on a really deep level because they're gonna sympathize and empathize with that because of their own personal experiences, and I think that they need to know that somebody else can express exactly how they're feeling, and they
Yeah.
can take that. So I'd much rather see you keep your focus there and let your business kind of sort of naturally um, grow and metamorphosize into what it's supposed to be because it will. The more energy you put into it, your calling and what you're supposed to be doing will just kind of pull you into it and it changes organically. So I wouldn't be concerned about what you're not doing right now because you're focused on where you're supposed to be. And you are
Yeah.
just vibrant with it too, so that's
Yeah.
another good sign.
Yeah, I'm happy. And a funny thing is, as I don't have the time, and you told me to double my prices, which I didn't do exactly, but I went higher. Funny thing is, the people who contact me, I tell them the new prices, and I don't know. I say, okay, if they want it, they get it. If they don't get it, I have so much work to do, so I'm not worried at all.
That's good.
Um, even if this work I'm doing right now, it's not going to give me money right away, maybe, or maybe it's going to, but I don't really mind because I'm more confident right now, and
That's good.
yeah, yeah, I think I'm feeling comfortable with that. But the thing I'm I was a little upset. Well, not upset exactly, but when I did my research for the galleries in my, I think it was 12 or level 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I found that most of the galleries they sell well, it's difficult to find galleries that sell photographs, and when you find them, it's really, really difficult to find galleries that can sell my type of art. And that was a little disappointing because, especially in my country, I have to say, because here in Europe, where I don't know, I always make a joke about people here more interested on things like post photography and very blurry things and things like that, which is
Mhm.
fine. It's totally okay, but we're not so interested in this kind of things I do, which I say I see have some pretty decent success in another places or with other artists similar. I don't know.
Well,
I was yeah
the the nice thing is that with the with the birth of the internet and the internet age, like people are connected all over the world. So I have other friends that are fine art photographers that have their art in galleries that are in completely different countries that they've never even gone to. So your options are not limited. If you're finding that your immediate circle and space around you isn't being as receptive, then it's time to branch out and look at other places because you can send a print anywhere in the world. You know, there is always a person that wants what you have to sell. Did you see the article on my page about the guy that just sold the $6.5 million photograph?
yeah
Yeah, and
yeah
I mean, it's a beautiful photograph, but I've seen
yeah
others that I like better of the same exact spot, and so, what makes that one worth 6.5 million? The fact that someone was willing to give him 6.5 million dollars in order to hang it on their wall.
yeah
I think that it's as simple as that. So there's going to be somebody that will love your image just as much, and there's going to be other galleries that is going to be their focus and what they want to show. Um, so I think that if you're finding that you're not getting quite the response that you want, that it just means that we're going to have to branch out and look at some other places for you in order to do that. But don't get discouraged.
yeah okay. Okay, in fact, I just did the list, and which was a great exercise because I was able to filter the ones that they don't matter because they just sell photojournalism or things like that, or just black and white or just 20th century. It was great, but it was difficult to get to 100. And honestly, I think I've only found 10 or 15 that I think I could try to reach them and have I don't know and fit in their needs.
Okay.
Um, so maybe I have to do something.
Then branch out. Google is your
Yeah.
best friend. Go look elsewhere and go as far as you can. Find 25 different countries. But there are people there are galleries that are selling exactly your kind of art, and there are online galleries. Just think outside the box a little bit. But we'll find it. It's just about finding where you're needed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
In the
Okay.
meantime, don't give it too much thought. That's great exercise, and I'm excited for that level. But focus on finishing the rest of the series and what you're doing right now. Like, you are killing it. Put all your energy there. Rock this one in April, and then we'll take the next steps to advance beyond that.
Okay.
All right, girlfriend. I will see you at level 19.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.